Lambeth Council is investing in the South Bank area, improving its public realm, the outdoor spaces like streets, pavements, and open spaces which are used by thousands of people every day. It's a big project, and we want to work with the local community to involve you in its planning and design. The South Bank Spine route serves a diverse mix of pedestrian, public and private vehicle users, and it is a main crossing point from Waterloo Station to the many cultural institutions along the South Bank. Underpinning the project are 12 objectives. These emphasise the need to work closely with stakeholders in developing the proposals, to design something that will still look great in years to come, and to deliver real benefits for a wide range of users. We will be engaging on the master plan options throughout November and December. The next step will be to develop a preferred master plan based upon the feedback received. Following that, we will develop concept designs for areas of special focus. This will be complete by January 2020. We will then develop detailed designs for early win projects, and these will be complete along with a delivery plan that will set out maintenance requirements and phasing of delivery in February 2020. There will be ongoing engagement throughout this period, and it is hoped that the early win projects will be on site later in the same year. The South Bank Spine route covers Upper Ground, Belvedere Road, Chicheley Street and Concert Hall Approach, and links together some of London's most treasured cultural assets, including the London Eye, Jubilee Gardens, the South Bank Centre, the National Theatre and Burney Spain Gardens. It is also a vibrant residential neighbourhood and a workplace for thousands of people. Large parts of the public realm in this area are run down and unfit for purpose, yet the area is central to one of the most diverse, dynamic and fastest growing parts of the capital. The Spine route sits in an opportunity area that will see ongoing growth for the next 10 years, with major developments coming forward. The Spine route is inextricably linked to this growth and to the future success of the area. There are a number of key issues that need to be addressed. Many off-street locations along the Spine route require 24-hour access for servicing and parking. However, the current unrestricted arrangement encourages rat running. Without measures to prevent rat running, there is a risk of increased traffic and air pollution along the Spine route in the future. The Spine route is a poor environment for walking and cycling, with paving that is unfit for purpose and specific areas of conflict with motor vehicles. The Spine route suffers from people in motor vehicles using footways illegally for parking, loading and waiting. The current lighting is poor, particularly underneath the bridges. The comprehensive public realm enhancements undertaken in Upper Ground and Belvedere Road in 1997 are now in a very poor state of repair. We propose to tie into more recent enhancement projects and to replace the paving that is unfit for purpose with silver grey granite slabs for pavements, reused black granite blocks for waiting and parking bays, and tarmac for road surfaces. These materials will be robust and maintainable and will be easier for utility companies to reinstate than the current materials. There are many trees along the Spine route. The roots of a number of these have lifted the pavements. We propose to install flexible, recycled surfacing around the trees to minimise the impact of future route heave. Several areas along the Spine route are at severe risk of surface water flooding. In addition, the current layout does not prevent vehicles from mounting curbs and illegally waiting on pavements. There are also a number of unattractive blank walls and bridge supports. We propose a series of rain gardens throughout the Spine route. These rain gardens will provide areas of attractive, low-maintenance, wildlife-friendly planting that will collect rainwater from pavements and roads, helping to prevent surface water flooding. They will also remove the possibility of vehicles mounting the curbs. We propose to turn blank walls and bridge supports into vertical gardens using green walls. These might include the back of the Hayward Gallery, Hungerford Bridge and Waterloo Bridge. The lighting columns from the 1997 scheme are nearing the end of their lifespan, while the arts banners are faded. The Hungerford Bridge and Waterloo Bridge spaces are uninviting after dark and feel unsafe. We propose to replace the lighting columns and lamps and to refresh the arts banners on Upper Ground and Belvedere Road. We also propose to install creative lighting within the Undercroft spaces to brighten them up and make them feel safer and more inviting. We have looked in detail at 5 areas of special focus. These are sections of the spine route that, for different reasons, are important parts of the pedestrian network. For one of these areas, Chicheley Street, we have a single proposal. For the other 4, we have 2 options for each. One option based on keeping the space open to motor vehicles, the other option based on closing it to all motor vehicles except for access and servicing. All of these options can work in combination, with the exception of option 2 for Concert Hall Approach and option 2 for Royal Festival Hall at Belvedere Road. Recent enhancement works as part of the South Bank Place development have made significant improvements to the public realm on Chicheley Street and on Belvedere Road adjacent to Jubilee Gardens. Despite the improvement works, the pedestrian crossing experience is challenging. We propose to resolve this with 2 controlled crossing points, which will give clear pedestrian priority over vehicular traffic. We are also proposing to form a turning circle to make vehicle turning less chaotic. And we are proposing to assign disabled parking, taxi drop-off and pick-up space, and loading and drop-off for residents of the County Hall apartments. Concert Hall Approach is the primary walking route between Waterloo Station and the South Bank. Currently, the paving surfaces are run down and the footways cluttered, and many people choose to walk within the road space. Pedestrians find it difficult to cross Belvedere Road as there is no formal crossing point. We are proposing 2 options for Concert Hall Approach. The first option keeps the space open to vehicles. In this option, the footway on the northern side of the space is widened and clutter is removed to make a generous and attractive pedestrian route. New pedestrian priority crossings are proposed at Belvedere Road and from Sutton Walk. This option allows an increase in greenery through the introduction of rain gardens. A right turn only for vehicles enables a shorter pedestrian crossing over York Road. Within this option, the number 77 bus stop can be retained, although if the service was to be rerouted, more pavement space could potentially be created. The second option for Concert Hall Approach closes the space to vehicles, except for servicing and emergency access. 2-way cycling would still be possible through the space. This option would create an attractive public realm with improved pedestrian and cyclist connections between Waterloo Station and the South Bank. It would provide a pedestrian priority crossing over Belvedere Road and increase the space available for outdoor dining, supporting the businesses in the rail arches. It would also deliver an increase in greenery, again through the introduction of rain gardens, create more attractive places to sit and form a space that could be used for events. Removing vehicular traffic would help to improve air quality and accessibility for all. The space by the Royal Festival Hall at Belvedere Road currently hosts a vibrant food market. We have developed 2 options for improving this space. The first option keeps the space open to vehicular traffic. The footways would be resurfaced where they are currently run down, and there would be new seating to give people who attend the food market a place to sit. There would be an increase in greenery with new rain gardens and space assigned to both disabled and taxi parking. The second option for the space by Royal Festival Hall would see it closed to through traffic, although 2-way cycling would still be possible. It is important to note that this option cannot work in conjunction with our second option for Concert Hall Approach. This second option would deliver new seating with the space created, allowing a more sociable seating arrangement to support the food market. There would be no need for pedestrians approaching from Concert Hall Approach to cross vehicular traffic at Belvedere Road. There would also be an increase in greenery. the assignment of taxi and disabled parking spaces, and potentially more space for the food market. Closing this section of the space to through traffic would help to improve air quality. The space by the National Theatre on Upper Ground is currently fronted onto by the Max Rain Centre and the Lambeth Contemporary Dance Company. With the development of the Doon Street site, the space would become the front door to new shops, flats, and a sports and leisure centre. We have developed two options for this important space. The first option keeps the space open to vehicles. The footways and road would be resurfaced and greenery would be increased with rain gardens throughout the space integrated with the existing trees. The second option closes the space to vehicles, except for servicing access to the National Theatre and Doon Street site. Two-way cycling would still be possible through the space. This option would significantly improve the pedestrian connection between the Lambeth and the Doon Street development and the National Theatre and the South Bank. Greenery would be increased and cycle parking incorporated into the street scene. By closing the space to through traffic, air quality would be improved. Bernie Spain Gardens are divided into two parts by Belvedere Road, and there are proposals to transform the northern part of the gardens. We have developed two options for the space between the gardens. The first option keeps the space open to vehicles. In this option, there is an increase in greenery with rain gardens located where the below-ground utilities permit. Two new pedestrian crossings would improve the connection between the two parts of the garden. The second option closes the space to through traffic, although two-way cycling would still be possible. This option allows a far more substantial increase in greenery with rain gardens, new tree planting, significantly improved pedestrian connections between the north and south gardens, and increased dwell time. The closure of some of the spaces to through traffic would address the issue of rat running, and without such measures there is a risk of increased traffic and air pollution along the spine route in the future. The various options can work in combination, although it is important to note that either Concert Hall approach or the Royal Festival Hall at Belvedere Road must be kept open to through traffic. It is essential that any full or timed closures work with existing access requirements. The options have been developed by transport and movement consultants with this in mind. They are designed to maintain essential access where and when required, but to discourage through-moving vehicles. Engagement with businesses and residents and more detailed assessment of the vehicular movement implications will be ongoing to ensure access for vehicles is adequate to meet essential needs. This is a major project, and we want to work with the local community to involve you in its planning and design. Your feedback is important to us and will be used to inform detailed public realm designs.